This is the sawmill at the Hesston Steam Museum. I'm Darren, and this is the Industrial Revolution.
So why do you need a portable sawmill anyway? Well, it's the mid to late 1800s, and you've just moved out west from New York to make your new life. Out west, so you know, like Michigan, Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, out west. You've got a plot of land for your new farmstead, and it's mostly forested. You set up your tent for you and your family to live in while you build your farm, cut down the trees to make open space, and, well, now what? You need to build your house, you need to build your barn, you really need a sawmill. Dragging all those logs for miles through the woods to a sawmill in town, then bringing wagon load after wagon load of lumber back is certainly possible, but not so much fun, and certainly not fast. It's far easier and far faster to pay somebody to bring their sawmill out to your new farmstead instead, and just cut the lumber on site.
An old steam-powered sawmill. Looks like it's not running today, unfortunately, but we'll take a look. So every town used to have a sawmill. And when you first built the town, you might have 2 or 3. And eventually you'd taper back as you didn't really need to keep quite so many. So the steam engine was a Skinner engine built 1941. 41, sort of the end of the piston engine era. Getting towards the end anyway. Looks like they're running on wood. That was a pretty common thing for sawmills when they went to steam. Because one thing sawmills always have, as you can see here, it's a lot of scrap wood. You get the pieces you cut off the end, you get the side pieces you cut off. So a basic boiler. Water tank here. There's actually a really good way to see this. It's the same way that water tanks tended to work in railroads. And it looks a lot like the float tank on the back of a toilet too. We have the steam engine here. Steam engine runs from the main drive pulley down to the pulley that runs the blades. And it looks like in this case, I don't see that they have that driven. It's not running and they're not saying anything, so I'll wander back here. Yep, this is driven. You can see on the bottom of the sled here, you have that rod. And that goes back, so that's powered as well.
So how do these things work anyway? Well, they're actually fairly straightforward. You have a basic steam boiler, any boiler will do. That runs a relatively small steam engine. You can load both the boiler and the steam engine on a trailer behind horses, or just use a traction engine to do both. From the traction engine or the steam engine, you run a long belt to the sawmill itself. That weighted pulley sitting on top of the belt is there to maintain belt tension. The large pulley on the steam engine goes to a smaller pulley on the end of the blade shaft. That makes the blade turn faster than the steam engine. Since they're directly connected, if the steam engine's running, the blade is running. The log you want to cut goes on the sled, which slides back and forth to move the log past the blade. This big lever controls the sled. If you push it forward, it engages the belt against the main shaft one way and makes the sled go forward. If you pull it back, it engages the belt the other way, and the sled goes backwards. The harder you push or pull, the faster the sled goes. When you release the lever, the sled glides to a stop. You have a few controls on the sled, too. These things here are just to hold the log securely in place while you cut it. You have two other levers here. One jacks the log back away from the blade. You use that when you put a new log on or if you've advanced it too far. The main one, though, is to advance the log forward towards the blade. Both levers have quite a bit of leverage, so you don't really have to pull them too hard. How far does it move with each pull? Well, that's controlled by this part down here. See all these holes? Just move the peg to the right hole to set how far you want to advance with each complete pull. Ready to see it in use? Starting with a rough sawn log, the side facing us isn't good, so we have to clean that up. You guess how far to advance the log for your first cut and run it through. See how it broke in the middle there and the cut doesn't actually cover the entire log? We didn't go deep enough. Need to try again. Once you get all four sides of the log squared up and the height is what you want, now you can start doing production cuts. Advance the log. Run the sled through. Pull the sled back. Advance the log again and just repeat until you've cut everything.
One pull is 1 inch. One pull on that lever is 1 inch. You pull it twice, you pull it twice.
So I'm calling these portable sawmills, but they don't really look very portable right now, do they? As a community was being built, portable sawmills got dragged into the area and were moved around from farm to farm and area to area as needed. Eventually, though, once things got established, many of them were placed inside structures and made more permanent. This was actually pretty common, and a lot of the steam-powered sawmills that you see today started life as portable units. Portable sawmills were actually also used for logging operations in places where you weren't transporting logs by river.
So back when this sawmill was in operation, of course, it'd be towed from farm to farm, from community to community, to sell whatever lumber was needed at the time. That worked great, and in fact today you can still rent portable sawmills. You can take them out to your home, your farm, your place of business. They aren't steam powered anymore, of course. Nowadays they're diesel or electric, but they work the same way. And this really led to those much more modern systems. That's why this is the Industrial Revolution. Hey, before you go, I do need your help to keep this channel growing. The easiest thing you can do is just like or subscribe to the video. That tells YouTube, hey, this channel is worth watching. It'll show it to more people. Other thing you can do, completely free, is just leave a comment. More than 2 or 3 words is all it takes, and that counts as YouTube interaction. That's the strongest signal you can send to YouTube to recommend a channel to other people. Beyond that, if you can help out, this channel is actually fairly expensive to run. I usually drive hour, 2 hours, 3 hours each way to get to these sites. So it can get pretty expensive. If you can help out with that, I have a Patreon page over at patreon.com/industrialrevolution. There's monthly memberships over there. Or if you're interested in just a one-time contribution to help out, just hit the super thanks button on this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you at the next one.